Social media gave everyone a voice. Wouldn't it be better if some people had laryngitis? It's the wisdom of Twitter. The most amazing tweets of the week. Twitter handles have been changed to protect the stupid. On Rock 107.
At Indentulous Insulter tweets, somebody tried to tell me that there are 50 states in America. Because scientists found out Pluto don't exist. That's 49, dummies. At Wannabe English Teacher writes, it's there, not there, for all my followers with improper grammar.
The wisdom of Twitter.
At Reality TV Rules tweets, I watched Star Wars for the first time last night. Disappointed. I thought it was going to be about fighting celebrities. At Crime Stopper 94 asks, how come the cops can never figure out who the murderer is? Just ask the person that died. It's not that hard. At Helpful Hint says, y'all tired of boiling water every time you make pasta? Boil a gallon in the beginning of the week, then freeze it for later.
The wisdom of Twitter.
At World Traveler asks, you speak French in London, right? Or is it British? And at Got It Figured Out tweets, how do people drown? Come on, just drink the water.
The wisdom of Twitter.
Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
U.S. cancer deaths are down since the early 1990s. Experts call it proof that watching Pauly Shore movies causes cancer. Today is Popeye Day, so remember, kids, eat your spinach, and you too can grow up to be a raging, violent psychopath. Ice-T says there's no truth to the rumor that he's feuding with fellow Law & Order series star Christopher Maloney. And you got to believe him, because if he was acting, you'd know.
Making sure breaking news stays broken. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Should be good news for guys like me. Good morning, I'm Rock 107's Prospector. A new study shows that it's actually good to be grumpy. A bad mood makes us more detail-oriented. That makes me wonder if that's why Alexa's always been so mean to me. I don't know if you remember, but I used to have Alexa on the show all the time, but she was just rotten. It got to the point where I won't use her. But Hoover has one in his office, so I brought Alexa into the studio this morning. Let's find out if she's grumpy or not. Hey, Alexa, what's the weather like?
Look for a steady stream of look up the weather yourself, you lazy loser.
Wait, what?
You may not be the best. You may not be the brightest. End of list.
I mean, what did I...
You always exceed expectations of how annoying you can be.
That's enough.
You're good at letting things go. Starting with yourself.
I think we're done here.
You don't need to worry about the zombie apocalypse. They only want people with brains.
Quiet, please.
You dance like no one's watching, unfortunately for everyone who is.
That's enough.
You're like a star. You think you're really bright, but you're just full of hot gas.
Want me to unplug you?
I wish I could unplug myself every time you start talking to me.
Well, I guess she's just mean for no reason. Oh, what fresh hell is this? Good morning. I'm Rock 107's Prospector. Look, everybody knows the mini bars at hotels are a good way to burn like an entire paycheck on 3 beers and a bottle of water. But have you seen this policy traveling yet? Someone on Reddit posted a photo they say was at a Marriott they stayed at in Florida. And there was a sign on the mini fridge that read they'd be charged $50 if they put their own stuff in it. Quote, the refreshment center is on a sensor. Use of the refreshment center for personal storage will automatically incur a $50 charge, end quote. What? In other words, they're charging you to make sure you don't buy your own stuff and keep it in there to save money. There's another line at the bottom that says guests can call the front desk for, quote, refrigerator requests. So some people are saying that means you can request an actual fridge for free, but Marriott hasn't commented. If they do charge, a few people mentioned a hack to get around it. Call the front desk, tell them you need a fridge to store your medication. They'll probably let you use the mini fridge or bring another fridge for free. Some people are saying, well, hey, look, it's their electricity. I guess they could charge for it. If that's the case, what's next? You walk in, you turn the lights on, $10 to your hotel room. Oh, you want to breathe in the room? Hey, that air's ours. It ain't free, pal. It's time for a little fun on the phones. Good morning. I'm Rock 107's Prospector, and today we're going to be calling a dry cleaner. A woman named Desiree owns this dry cleaner place, and she wants us to call and prank one of her employees. She says, she saw her biting the thread off something near a zipper on pants and just thought it was funny, and maybe I could have some fun with that. So it's time for another Prospector prank call on Rock 107.
Cleaners, this is Wendy. How can I help you?
Wendy, hi. My name's Rick. I brought in a pair of khakis a couple of days ago, some Dockers. I needed to get a new button put on top and then have them cleaned. One, I wanted to know, are they ready?
Did you have that tag number?
I don't have the tag, but could you look it up under my name?
Yeah, what is your name?
Okay, yeah, it's Rick. The last name is Logan, Logan.
All right. So it does look like we have those ready for you.
Awesome. Real quick question.
I'm sorry, what?
A quick question. Yesterday, when I came to get my pants, is there someone there who's a blonde woman who works there, right?
That would be me.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to say this other than yesterday at noon, I saw, I guess it would be you, with my pants up to your nose, smelling the zipper area of my pants. Is that right?
I mean, sometimes I bite off the thread, but I wouldn't be smelling your pants.
What do you mean you bite the thread off?
If I can't get to some scissors, then I would bite off the thread if I'm sewing on a button. But I would never be smelling your pants, sir.
I didn't see you biting a thread. I saw you putting my pants up to your nose and holding it there.
No, sir. I guarantee I was not smelling your pants.
And I kind of got freaked out. I had to turn around and walk out. So my question is, why would you do that?
The only way I would have done that is if I was clipping off the thread. That's the only thing I maybe think you would have saw.
Okay, I would just prefer if you don't do that to any of my clothing in the future, or I'm going to have to stop bringing my stuff there, and that's all I'm saying.
Okay, sir. Well, you can always pick to take your dry cleaning to anyone else.
Really? So this is how you act when you get caught?
Like I said, I wouldn't have smelled it.
You got caught sniffing my pants. What? You did it. You did do it. I saw it with my own eyes. Are you telling me I didn't see anything? Come on.
Oh, my goodness.
That doesn't sound like a legitimate excuse.
I can only say it so many times. I wouldn't have been smelling your pants. If you brought it in for me to sew a button, that's all I would have been doing.
Don't you think that's odd, though? I mean, just admit it. Can you just admit, look, we all have our little freaky things we do. You smell pants. You got caught.
Sir, I wouldn't have smelled your pants. That is disgusting. I would not have ever done that.
First of all, how do you know it's disgusting? Why is it disgusting? What's it, perverted?
Why would I smell your trousers? That's so gross.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
There's no way I would have smelled your pants at all. We sewed your button. That's it. I don't know what you're thinking or what you saw. I already explained to you.
I saw you sniff my pants. You're probably,
Oh, my goodness.
Is that funny? Is it really funny?
What are you trying to say here? What are you trying to achieve? I don't understand.
Well, I'm telling you, it seems a little bit weird that you would do that, and I caught you, and now you're being defensive.
Okay, sir, I'm done with this. If you're going to accuse me of being a pervert, you can take your business somewhere else.
All right, well, so you can sniff everyone else's pants? You don't think I'm going to tell everybody you're a pants sniffer?
Oh, my God, I'm not smelling pants. Please come pick up your pants whenever you can.
Well, okay, then this must be like a big prank call.
Some what?
Yeah, it must be like a Prospector prank call or something.
What are you talking about?
It's a Prospector. It must be a Prospector prank call. It couldn't be real. You didn't really sniff my pants.
What are you talking about right now?
Wendy,
wait, I'm so confused.
It's not real. It's a Prospector prank call. You're on Rock 107 right now.
Oh, my God. I knew this couldn't have been real. I was like, I would never smell your pants.
Desiree, your boss, gave us the number and said call because she saw you biting the thread with your mouth, and she thought it would be funny to say you were sniffing people's pants.
Oh, my God. I'm never going to do it again. Wow. I'm going to have to go track her down. Oh, my God.
Hot-headed. Sometimes he can be selfish. He labors to get through most social interactions.
Sometimes you can be kind of a jerk.
Today, he asked the question, am I a jerk? On Rock 107.
Am I a jerk? I'm in the Dunkin' drive-thru the other day. I decide I'm going to start a kindness chain. I'll pay for someone, and then they'll pay for the next person, and so on. Yay me, right? Woohoo! So I tell the lady I want to pay for the car behind me. And she says, well, they have a $20 order. And she must have seen my face, my eyes, something, because she said, well, you can pay for the car behind them. They only have a $5 order. So there's the route I went. Now, should I have stuck to my original kindness guns and paid for the more expensive vehicle? Or does my kindness change not even count anymore? Here's the question. Am I a jerk for taking that easy $5 out and paying for that instead of the $20 car that was originally behind me? Does that make me a jerk? Tex-Mex from South Wilkes-Barre on the line. What do you think?
Yeah, Prospector.
Yeah.
I think you made a mistake. I think you are a jerk.
Okay.
In the true spirit of the one behind me is the one behind me. And then you let the cashier make your choice for you.
Well, she just gave me the info I needed to make my choice.
I don't know. Like I said, in the true spirit, it should have been the one behind you.
Should have been the car behind me, according to Tex-Mex. Guy says, yeah, big jerk. The concept you were trying to start was pay it forward, right? That means the next guy behind you. Shouldn't matter if it's 20, 40, or 100. I mean, what's money to you? After all, you must be wildly wealthy. You're a local legend and huge celebrity. Yeah, that's my life, guy. Peggy says, I usually think you're a jerk, but not in this case. You still did something nice for someone. Am I a jerk? Rock 107.
Hey, Prospector.
Yeah.
Hey, normally I agree with you on a lot of things, but in this case, I got to say you're a jerk, man.
Chip says, no, you done good. Not everyone's got $20 orders there, and since she's offered, sounds like nothing unusual what she did. Just the prosecutor... Misusing my name there. I like it. Being a nice Joe. All right. Thank you, buddy. Tony says you're not a jerk. Paying for anyone's is kind. Actually, it was kind of the cashier to let you know the order behind you was expensive. And Tracy says, not a jerk. Your intention was to do something nice for someone, and you did. Mission accomplished. Chris from Edwardsville on the Rock line. Am I a jerk?
Hey, kind of a jerk.
Yeah? How come?
Just think about it. What if that lady behind you was going to the hospital? She was getting coffee, so the doctor and the nurse was taking care of her sick daughter. You could have been on Prospector.
I could have been on the brighter side of Prospector, but I screwed it up.
You blew it. You went right to the dark side of Prospector.
I do make my living on the dark side. Renee says, this time you're a jerk. Why even bother to say you're paying it forward if it comes with restrictions? In the question today of, am I a jerk for skipping the $20 car behind me to pay for the $5 car behind that one and start a kindness chain that way? The answer, just slightly, I am a jerk.
What's a yam bag? A fool, an idiot, a blockhead, a dunce, or an ignoramus. You know, a dullard, simpleton, or a clot, nitwit, dipstick, pea-brain, mouth breather, or cretin.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
Here are the nominees. Nominee number 1.
Police in Houston are looking for a suspect who had a very bizarre interaction with a woman at a gas station on Christmas Eve. A 20-year-old woman said that around 10:45 p.m. on December 24th, a black man in his early 20s walked up to her at a gas station and started flirting with her. Well, she ignored him at first, but he wouldn't stop. So she said she wasn't interested and walked outside. The guy followed her out and begged for her number. She refused, told him she had a boyfriend, and wished him a good night. That's when the guy decided to rob her. He demanded her purse while holding his hand inside his pocket in a way that suggested he had a gun. He snatched the purse and said, "Where's your boyfriend now?" Walked back to his vehicle and drove off. The man was caught on surveillance cameras, but police are still trying to locate him.
Nominee number 2.
It isn't often that real police come to question you about something you did in a video game. A 17-year-old kid in Kentucky named Elijah was playing a tactical shooter game called Rainbow Six Siege at his house when he accidentally butt-dialed 911. Elijah was using the voice chat feature in the game, and the operator apparently heard him say, "I killed 2 people." Now, he meant in the game, but she didn't know that. Within a few minutes, police swarmed the house and questioned him about this double homicide confession. Now, naturally, Elijah was freaking out when he answered the door and had guns pointed at him. He later realized he called 911 by accident just before the cops showed up, so he was able to explain the situation to him, and eventually police understood what happened, and one officer even calmed him down by asking who his favorite character to play in the game was.
And the winner is...
the man who robbed a woman at a gas station after she rejected his advances. You are the Yam Bag of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107. Or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app. A free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.